Greetings, conscious entrepreneurs. I'm Sajdah Wendy Muhammad. Welcome to the Mo Today IG live show. I had a little technical difficulties getting in today. My computer decided to, or my iPad decided to update itself. And I was going to come in on my phone, but my phone rings so much that if I tried that, we wouldn't be able to. And I see my sister, Your Powder Power, is here already. So I'm going to bring her in. Just request to join if you don't mind. Let me see. I may be able to do this for you. Let me find you. Powder Power. There she is. I just sent you a invitation to join the show. So welcome everyone to the Mo Today IG Live. And what we're going to do after this is we're going to talk about emotional intelligence. We're going to talk about why in so many cases Allah is queuing us up for our next best challenge, and then we fall out because of our emotions. So welcome, Sister Kalimah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for reaching out and having me today.
I just want to give you a big hug. Can I do that virtually?
Yes, Sam, you can. Please do. I love hugs. I love hugs. Huge fan of them.
I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm really grateful for you and for people like you who are picking up this mission of doing for self and entrepreneurship at a very young age, because it's so critical and it's so important. Let me tell you a quick story before we talk about Powder Power.
Yes,
when I wrote my book, The Mind of an Entrepreneur, I wrote it for people like myself, sis. I honestly, and it's unfortunate that I didn't have the forethought. I thought you all would be included, but I didn't really put you all in mind and in that space. And so when the book came out, and when I first finished the book, it was somewhere around 300 pages or so. And I still have all the rest of the pages. I had up to like 600. I was going to do 2 300-page books. And I went to a literary consultant who said to me, just make it short. And so I cut that in half, and we got the book that we have today. Well, when I put the book out, all the young entrepreneurs started gravitating to it, to the point where I didn't know what to do about it. I was like, what do I do? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for them. Because I take the responsibility of working with you all so seriously that I just started to panic. And then something said to me, no, you show them and teach them just the way you were going to show those grown folks how to do it. And so what you get when you all talk to me, you know this. You've been on many workshops and panels. You don't get baby entrepreneurship. You don't get young entrepreneurship. You get the hardcore mental strategies, just like grown people get, because I am convinced that you all can do it. I'm convinced. So Kalimah, introduce yourself to our audience. We're going to talk for about 45 minutes. I give you time to get over your shyness. I know you ain't all the way shy, but you're just a little shy today. We're gonna work on that. But introduce yourself to the audience. Who are you and what is your business?
All right. Yes, ma'am. Well, assalamu alaikum to everybody watching. My name is Sister Kalimah Muhammad. I am 15 years old, recently 15. I am the young CEO of the business Powder Power, which is a company that creates all natural homemade powder products with different remedies and uses and different fragrances.
Wait, powder, like as in like old school powder that your grandmother used to put all over you?
Baby powder.
What?
Just like baby powder.
Okay.
We have more than that.
We got to talk about this because, you just tapped into a principle that is one of the biggest challenges for many entrepreneurs. And that is, what you do is you find a problem and you solve it, and you create and introduce a good or service into your community that is not harmful. That is one of the primary traits of being a conscious entrepreneur. So congratulations on that.
Thank
so
you.
We know the problems with baby powder, right? Talk about the history of baby powder and what has happened to the extent that you can.
Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to give a little bit of backstory to Powder Power itself, because that will help me guide me in this point. So Powder Power originally started, I was 9 years old. I was 9 years old, and my mother said,
Wait,
Kalimah,
9?
you're 9 years old. You need to start. Yes, ma'am, 9 years old.
1, 2, 3,
Powder
4,
Power
5,
was
6,
created
7,
when I
8,
was
9.
9. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to tell us how you came up with that and what you were thinking? Is that where you're going?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
what we want to know. 9? Okay.
9. The right age, too. My mother was like, Kalimah, start your own business. I was like, yes, ma'am. So originally I wanted to do lemonade. And she was like, no, man, that's too generic. Pick something else. And I was like, okay.
Wait a minute. Who is your
So-
parents? What kind of gods are raising you? Congratulations to them.
Yes, ma'am. Congratulations to them indeed, because they're stuck with me now. But no, I chose powder for 2 main reasons. One, and I tell this to everybody, powder is just fun to play with and mess around with, and you can get creative with it. It's like a sandbox, really. My mother and I are always trying out different combinations, different smells, and finding different uses through not only us, but through our customers and our users who are telling us, hey, I used your powder to do this. And then we're like, never thought of that. And the second reason is because during the development of Powder Power, I learned that other powder products have talcum in it, which causes cancer, ovarian cancer, breast cancer, all the sorts of things. And I'm sure many of you listening have heard of Johnson & Johnson. However, I'm going to have to talk just a bit of noise right now because lately Johnson & Johnson has been sued and they have had lawsuits nonstop due to the different harmful toxins that are being found in their products. So when I found out that they had asbestos in their baby powder, I was like, oh, well, we're going to have to fix that. We're going to have to change that. And with that change, rather than going to them, I said, you know what? We're going to start our own. We're going to create an alternative, a better lifestyle for these people who are harming themselves using these Johnson & Johnson products. So that's where Powder Power was inspired. And it's come a long way from these last 6 years because the founding of the business was on my birthday, June 19th of 2015, and it is 2021. So 6 years in running, Allahu Akbar.
You just want to make me cry because you are one of the reasons why I live. Why I do what I do, because I firmly believe that you all can do it. We will never fall again with minds like you, with this type of entrepreneurial mindset. And I want to make sure we're going to be doing some Mind of an Entrepreneur and Sajdah House Millionaire Master Mindsets. I got to have you in the place because I want you to keep going. Don't stop.
Yes,
because
sir.
One thing, and you heard me say this at the youth conference, these teachings work.
Yes, sir.
And they work in business. So whatever other tools you use, that's fine, but always come back home.
Yes,
and
sir.
stay home. Keep your mind at home. Keep your body at home. And you can revolve around home to do whatever it is that you want to do. And that's exactly what you have done. I'm just, okay, let me stop gushing over you. Okay, so we found a problem. We said there's talcum and asbestos and other harmful chemicals and these other powder products. So you, with your little 9-year-old self, said, I'm going to make something that's going to solve that problem.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do? Did you get in the lab? Did you sit down with your parents? What? Because there's other children out here listening like, I'm ready to go. What do I do? What did you do?
Well, firstly, a business always starts with an idea. And as you all heard, I had an idea, powder. So my mother and I, we brainstormed different fragrances, different scents that we liked. And our best seller and our original powder, well, let me rephrase that. Our original powder was actually a jasmine scent. Because personally, I'm a huge fan of jasmine.
Okay.
I love jasmine to a T. It is my favorite powder, and I have a custom one that's always sitting in my drawer that I always use and that we don't sell. That's how special it is. And the second one was lavender, which is actually one of our best-selling, even to this day, 6 years later. Sisters and brothers, everyone loves the lavender. Everyone. It's popping, and I don't understand how or why, but
I love lavender
love
too.
it, so we're just going to keep pushing it. So
okay. So before you talk about the details of the product, let's say this. what do you use powder for? Like, why people need powder?
Well, honestly, the powder that we sell has multiple uses. Due to the
Okay.
all-natural ingredients we use, you can honestly use it for a lot of things. We have baby powder, we have foot deodorizing powder. You can use as deodorant to put under your arms. You can use it to clean your kitchen or any surfaces that you may have safely. You can use it to vacuum your carpet, clean your sheets. There are just so many uses, and we're still finding many, many more. And
Right.
actually, our newest release and collection is called the Clean and Pristine Bundle. Clean, sanitize, disinfect, and you can use it to clean your kitchen counters, your bathrooms, your sheets, your carpet. We use it for all those things in our own home, and it is very safe, very all natural, and all of the sorts.
Well, listen, I don't have any, but as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to your website and I'm ordering some.
The website is powderpower.co. Go check it out. You will love the products on there, I promise.
Somebody, let's put that in the comment, powderpower.co. So if somebody, I think Kudisa's on here or Rahima, let's put that in the comments, and I'll pin it there so that we can make sure that everybody goes. I don't care, just buy one, get the bundle, but I want everybody on here. I've seen 20 people getting on and off. There are going to be people who will listen to this. One thing that happens with my shows, I upload them to YouTube. My biggest listening audience is on demand. I want everybody who's listening to go out and buy my sister's product. This is brilliant, 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 absolutely amazing. Let's talk about your mindset. Let's talk about, how do you wake up in the morning? What are you thinking about when you wake up in the morning?
Well, in all honesty, when I wake up, I'm thinking about, man, what am I going to eat for breakfast?
Okay. So you're like a normal 15-year-old, right? What's for breakfast?
Right. Well, when it comes to Powder Power and just being in entrepreneurship in general, yes, there is a mindset to it. However, there's no necessary need to change yourself or overwhelm yourself into thinking, oh, I need to be thinking about my business 24/7. You do not. You do not have to think about or work on your business 24/7. So that is the first thing. So I wake up, Powder Power isn't the first thing I think about, but it's definitely there, especially since I use my own products. So I'll look at the label and be like, oh yeah, I own this business. But on the ends, when I do think of Powder Power, I'm actually a part of I'll say the graphic design quote unquote team, because really and true, my entire family, well, my mother, my father, and I, we all work together in promoting Powder Power, in the graphic design, in the promotions, in the ads. I'm learning how to do all those things. So inshallah, one day I'll be able to take over and my parents can kick back and relax and be like, wow, look at her income.
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. So what type of support have you been getting? Do you feel overwhelmed? Because a lot of people who, this is why I'm asking this question. This is where I'm going, sis. A lot of times we kind of buy into this worldly mindset that you can't go to school and own a business. You can't be a child and own a business. You can't do this and own a business. But we're taught and have been given the instruction to do for self, right? And so if we couldn't do all that and do for self, we wouldn't have been given the instruction. That's how I see it.
Right.
And so what I want to understand is, what is your day like? You go to school, when do you work on the business? And give that response and context to other people your age or younger who are saying, I want a business, but I'm so busy. I play sports, I do this, I do that. How do I get started and how do I maintain it?
Right. So, in all honesty, balancing my business along with the rest of my life, I'll say, hasn't been that challenging, because Powder Power is just something that I love to do. And when I do think about it, I think about, what can I do to help with this today? So with school, I attend the Elevated Places.
Come on, Elevated Places.
Yes, ma'am. The support there, honestly, has been immense, crazy, and I'm so grateful for it, because even at school, during the month of Savior's Day in February, my school does what we call the Economic Blueprint Day, where
Mm-hmm.
anyone can sign a waiver and you're allowed to sell a certain product at school. It has to be excuse me. The most expensive price you can go to is $2, but we're not going to get into that because we're still school people, so they don't have
Yeah.
to have much.
But you know what?
However,
You know what, Kalimah? Speak on that support, because I said shout out to Elevated Places, because I think it's so important to surround our youth with the support that they need in order to allow them to take their rightful place. So talk about what that support felt like, because I think this will be valuable to other school systems and even to other parents.
yes, ma'am. So, as I said, the support at EP was, as I said before, immense, but it was so appreciated because I looked left and right, and my friends, my high school friends, my friends below me, any class, a lot of my friends use my products. They're
Mm-hmm.
purchasing it. I'm gifting it to my teachers in different baskets, and they're so grateful for it. And I know they use it because specifically, whenever the teachers that I'm supervised under order off of the website, my parents will tell me, because
Mm-hmm.
that's my other support system besides being at home. They
Mm-hmm.
have done so much to help not only boost my business, but just overall help me feel like I'm doing something great. Like even my friends who may not use the product, because I don't know, it may not work for them per se. Like for example, the deodorant. I have a couple of peers who say the deodorant doesn't work too well for them, and hey, I'm not upset, but they still use my products for other things,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just really grateful for that. So thank you to EP, especially during the Economic Blueprint Day, because actually before COVID struck in 2019, February 2019, I believe that was actually the official release of the website, and I first promoted it at the Elevated Places during Economic Blueprint Day,
Look at
where I
that.
was selling my little 50-cent samples of jasmine and lemon and orange and citrus powder. So
Well,
I'm very
how
grateful
many
for
young
them.
people are blessed to go to a school that, see, this is nation building right here. Blessed to go to a school that supports your idea, right?
Yes.
Gives you a space to work it out in, to allow the public to access it, helps you with just the support of launching your product, and then really creates an environment where your parents feel comfortable and safe to support you. Because a lot of times as parents, as aunties, we're just worried about you all. We don't want you to take on too much, but then we want you to conquer the world. We're just trying to figure out that balance. So if a parent can be supported by a school or a school system that says to them, it's okay to support your child in whatever it is that they want to do. You don't have to be worried about whether or not, if you support them with this, are they going to be able to compete in the predatory world. So
Right.
if you're in Houston, I know right now we're virtual, and
Right.
I promote this school all the time. Get online, learn about the school. It's at _ the Elevated Places. You got to go there. You got to check it out and learn these principles that are aligned with the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I tell people all the time, we have a way of life and a civilization that is unmatched. And I am
Yes,
on a
ma'am.
mission to show the world who we are. And I thank you for doing what you do, because I will say to you, and I'm going to give you a chance to ask any questions you want. And I have a gift for you also.
Wow.
So I want to say this. I have traveled all over the country and all around the world doing business. And when I say that those teachings work, they work. And I mean that. But here's the thing, you got to play the long game. You can't go in thinking you're going to, take a sledgehammer and bulldoze people over the head with what you believe and your belief systems and how you are. You play the long game because you be an example, right? So when people see you, I always say, when people interact with me and they work with me or come around me or talk to me or even on a live with me, I'm an experience. And I'm an experience born out of being a student of Master Fard Muhammad and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Do I have to wear a sign on my head that says that? No, because that experience is going to help you to understand that you can look at things that I do or examples of how I maneuver and say, I'm going to use that in my life. And so I offer up my life as a way for people to be motivated. And then later they may find out, oh, this is what this is. And I talk about it, but every time I have a speech, if it's at a corporate function, I may or may not. But uplifting their names is very important to me. But most importantly, in addition to that, not most importantly, but in addition to that, elevating that lifestyle. So I just want to thank you, and I want to tell you to just keep going. Grow into your Islam. Play the long game and be an example. There are so many other 15-year-olds out there that are saying, I want to be like her. Well, then the next question becomes, how do you become like her? What is she studying? What is she a part of? Right? Why is she sitting there looking like a beautiful queen that you can tell is just going to walk into millions of dollars and money and good homes and friendships and all walks of life? This ain't your last product. It's your first product, but you're an inventor.
Yes, sir.
You're just like every other inventor that you can look up on Wikipedia. Your face goes right there. You are among the greats right now. So I want to give you an opportunity to ask me any question that you want about business, about mindset, about moving to the next level. And what I also would like to do is gift you with a free business coaching session. Wow. So Sister Khadisa's here. She's another phenomenal EP graduate,
right,
who is right an entrepreneur, and she's been, I don't even like to say assistant. I use that language only because that's what people understand, but really a partner in the work that I'm doing. And I was talking to her yesterday. I said it's about to be on. We're about to grow and expand. She said she's ready, but I'm going to ask her, I know she's here, to reach out to you and set up, and we'll get you set up with a free business coaching session. Wow. With me. Okay.
Thank you.
Praise be to Allah, and whatever I can do. So ask me any questions. I'm yours. What do you need? What do you want to know? Anything you want to talk about? Run past me. You can do that.
Well, I'm going to be honest. A, I'm not used to asking questions.
Okay.
And B, I have a very hard time coming up with questions because I don't know. There are just things that I just don't wonder. Sometimes I just go into this entrepreneur thing and I just kind of do it. But
so let's talk about that though. I think that's interesting. Because I'm the same way. I will, when I put it in my mind, I settle in. I have these really quick conversations with Allah about it, with an idea what my next best move is, and I just kind of know it. And then once I know it and I put that in my mind, then I allow the how to be revealed to me. And so I'll talk to people about it and I'll ask questions about it, but I've never been big on going to workshops and seminars and asking a lot of questions, because I don't necessarily rely per se on somebody to do it for me. I rely on it to be revealed, and then I try to attract the people that I need to partner with me, right, to move my business to that next level. So I will reframe my question to you. Is there anything that you would like to share with me, that you would like to comment on, or that you think I can offer any insight to?
Well, I say this every time that I'm given questions just within my entrepreneurship. But as far as insight or advice is, make sure that when you pick your idea, to all the starting entrepreneurs out there who have an idea, who just haven't conducted it yet, make sure that you can see yourself doing this in the long run. Make sure you see yourself enjoying this even after 10 years, because personally, I've been doing this for 6. I think I can go for 4 more and then 100 more after. So
in 4 more, you'll be 19.
In 4 more years, I will be 19.
That'll be 10 years in the health and beauty industry.
Yes, ma'am.
That you're about to be a veteran. So, okay, so we're talking about the long haul, and then so what's next then for Powder Power? Are we thinking we'll just continue to make powder? Are we prepared for competitors? And we could talk about that in a private coaching session, but I just want to prick your brain a little bit and see if we're playing chess, not checkers.
Well, as far as Powder Power is concerned, I believe futurely that I would like to have an expansion outside of just powder products.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we do sell a product that's not powder, which is incense.
Mm-hmm.
That my mother fragrances herself. So praise be to Allah for that. Thank you, Mama. I know you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And
shout out to your mom. What's your mom's name?
My mom's name is Sister Sharifa Kiyama Muhammad.
Oh, Sister Sharifa is on here. Congratulations, Sister Sharifa. I said at the beginning, what kind of gods are raising this baby? Yes, and so all praises due to Allah for you stepping into godhood and for developing this beautiful young God that I'm talking to right here today.
I have to give a shout out to my father too, only because I know he'll jump on me when this is over. So
okay.
shout out to also Brother Abdul Qiyam Muhammad. I love and appreciate you both very, very much. So thank you.
Well, everybody knows Brother Abdul Qiyam is a God. We already all know right? That. So you let me tell you something. You are blessed, child. Look at your parents. And so wow, that is amazing. You just named 2 heavy hitters.
Yes, ma'am.
As your parents. But what a blessing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What a blessing and what a responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you laughing like that?
I'm laughing because I'm reading the chat and my mom put in the chat, thank you for loving. You're very welcome.
I think she was talking to me. I don't think she was talking to you, Kalimah.
I'm still saying you're welcome though.
I'm just kidding. So I'm sorry. Mom has the fragrant incense. And so we're talking about what's next. What's next for Powder Power?
Right. So along with the expansion of products, I've also definitely been thinking about the expansion of like where Powder Power is located. You know, as I said before, it is still going to be, well, I would still like it for it to be homemade. However, actually, praise to Allah, we have had the opportunity for our products to be on shelves. Actually, for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the store, but there's a shop, a Black-owned shop in Atlanta, Georgia, that actually has our products stocked, and I think that's amazing because Powder Power on the shelves.
So you got one retail outlet. Do we know the shelf life of it? Because you don't have preservatives and chemicals and all that. So what's your shelf life?
Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with it. I just know for a fact that it's there. It's actually been there before, but I believe my parents told me recently that they've restocked our products or that they had it there. But yes, ma'am.
The reason I asked you about shelf life, sis, is because I want you to think about this. As people begin to buy your product, and you want to make sure that you can tell them how soon they need to sell it. There may not be a shelf life. I don't know. A lot of times with natural products, it's like organic foods, right? They don't have all the chemicals in it. So you have to eat it by a certain date or consume it by a certain date, sell it. And so that's something that's important. So even when you're rolling out, because you're going to get more customers, you're going to get more retail customers. So when you start rolling out your retail program with discounts and things like that, some of your discounts will be tailored to how fast you want the product to turn over in the stores. And when we have our coaching session, we can talk about that a little bit more deeply. And you're welcome to bring your parents to the coaching session as well.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Praise be to Allah.
Also, I see that
you got somebody watching from Gambia.
I believe that's really cool. Thank you so much.
Next thing you know, you're going to be in Africa. You ready for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your mom says shelf life is up to a year. So that's perfect. That's perfect. So that's part of your sales pitch.
Yes, ma'am. Gonna add that to it. My elevator pitch. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, your elevator pitch. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I keep jumping in because you just got me so excited. What were you going to say, sis?
Okay. You know what? It's okay because I don't remember. I lost my train of thought. Happens to the best of us, though. So you know what? I am not complaining.
So who's putting the website in the chat? Powderpower.co. Go out there. You got bundles, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You can buy individual. Tell us about how we can buy it, the prices, the offerings. Talk about that. Let's do some sales because I want this to boost your sales.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Powder Power on the website is set up so you can buy the powders individually. We have a multitude, and I mean multitude, of choices. We have choices ranging from your standard bestseller lavender powder to things like the all cleaning, not the all cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the word right now. I apologize for
all
that.
Purpose. That's okay.
But
All-purpose cleaning.
Thank you so much. We have the all-purpose powder, which, as stated, can be used for all purposes, like cleaning your surfaces and even cleaning yourself. There are a lot of fragrances on there. We have different scents like lavender, jasmine vanilla, lavender zest. We have Asiatic spice, sandalwood. Our scents cater to both male and female. And if the females like the male scents, then please go ahead and get them because I use them myself. And if the males like the lavender, go ahead and get it for yourself. It smells great. I do not blame you.
I think I'm gonna get the sandalwood.
The sandalwood does.
I'm a oud kind of girl, so I think I'm gonna get the sandalwood. I'm gonna go out there and get that. So I can use the powders like in my mop water. For my floors.
Yes, ma'am, you can. Right, yes, ma'am. You can use it for you can use it for that. You can use it as deodorant for yourself. You can put it into your shoes before you go for your daily jog.
Deodorant is gonna work. Wait, deodorant?
Yes, ma'am, it works well. My personal opinion.
Even if
I use it
I'm just kidding.
Day. But yes, and we're still there are even ones that you can use for you can even use it for your car. So we're still finding multiple different uses for it.
Carpet Fresh, I can use it as Carpet Fresh.
Yes, ma'am, the carpet
I can put it in my mop water.
You can put it in your mop water.
I can put it in my bath water.
You can put it in your bath water. You can put it in your sink. We have certain ones that you can even put on your baby. So
okay, and then what does it do to my skin? Tell me about these special ingredients without giving up your whole formulary, but because I'm big on skin. Because growing up, I had eczema. And so I'm now really conscious of, my skin and all of that kind of stuff. So if I'm going to put this in my bath water and get in the jacuzzi with it, what is it going to do for my skin?
Ooh, I've been waiting to talk about this one. So before I get into that, I'm going to give a bit of, I call it backstory, but it's more of an event. So actually, one of our school requirements at the Elevated Places, please check it out, is we are required to participate in an academic competition for at least 2 years. I did it back to back. I believe I did AXO for both years. So my second year of doing AXO, I decided, what am I going to do? And then I had peers who experience or have eczema. Even one of my teachers has eczema. So Powder Power, as I stated before, is all natural, has all natural ingredients, and actually a lot of them are used in different baking. So if you can eat it, you can definitely put it on your skin. If you can put it on your skin, you should be able to eat it, unless it's closed. Please don't do that. And with that, I gathered about 4-5 participants, I believe, and what I had them do was they took some powder. It was just your standard unscented lavender, the foot deodorizer, just any powder, because they all have the same ingredients. Some have
Mm-hmm.
extra, some don't, but they all have the same effect, truly. And what they did was they took some water and they made the solution with the powder, and they would paste it onto their skin. They would
Uh-huh.
leave it on, and then when it was dry, they would take it off. And I had all of my participants do this up to a week. So my best friend currently, who has eczema, she did it. There was a huge difference. She did this patch that was in the crevice of her elbow. And
Mm-hmm.
after a week, because I also have them take before, during, and after pictures, because I needed
Mm-hmm.
that evidence for my actual
That's right.
project. And there was a huge difference in their skin. My teacher can bear witness as well. If she's watching, she knows who I'm talking about. And she saw a difference in her skin as well. Praise be to Allah. So
Shout out your teacher. Who's your teacher?
Sister Monifa Muhammad.
Sister Monifa Muhammad. That's one of her instructors. Okay, so are you telling me that you potentially have found relief from an age-old problem like eczema?
Yes, ma'am, because the powder with the all natural ingredients, it draws out toxins. So it is available to people who have different skin irritations. And even myself once, I had a skin irritation on, I believe it was top left of my shoulder from some food I had consumed that I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And what my mother did was she created a paste with the powder and she used it on me. And after maybe about a week or two, because it still takes time, it was completely gone. So I was like, hey, I can use this on my friends as long as y'all are okay with me experimenting on you. You're not
Absolutely, yeah.
gonna. So
So you probably
thankfully,
can make a mask for your face.
you more than likely can. If anyone decides to use the powder as a mask, all you gotta do is take some powder, add some water. Please let me know the effects. Let us
I'm
know if it
doing it.
works.
I'll do
DM
it.
us. I would love to
I'll
know the
do it.
results. Because hey, I may have to start using that for myself.
I'll do it, and I'll come and let you know
Yes,
what it
ma'am.
is. I'm getting some
Wonderful.
as soon as we get off of here. So
Yes, ma'am.
I want to support. I'm a fan. I'm a customer, and I thank you for your representation, your determination, your enthusiasm. Your energy is so refreshing and so beautiful, and I cannot say it enough. Please keep going. Life is going to happen, but keep going. Make that your through line.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Keep that business going. Well, listen, again, give the website any other specials you have, anything you want us to go out there and get. So I'm a customer. I just said I'm going to go out. I'm going to get the powder. I'm going to put it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get one that I'm going to use for my mop water.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to get one I'm going to use for the bath.
Okay.
I'm going to get one I'm going to use as a paste. And what else do you want me to buy?
I want you to get one for a relative. I want you to send it to them as a gift. Because,
Very
hey,
smart.
we got to spread the word. So please
Okay.
tell your family and friends about it as well. I'm sure they would love the products.
So years from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, if you ever even slow down, think from stopping, think you're going to stop, think your parents make you mad, hear my voice in your head.
Yes.
Because Auntie Sajdah going to come find you.
Yes, ma'am.
So your parents just added somebody to the village. So they're doing an amazing job. And they just added someone to the village because if it's ever a problem, I'm going to come get you and I'm going to support you and be there for you. And I want you to stay close and stay in touch so that when we have some of these, there's no age limit on success.
Right.
Okay. So when we have millionaire mastermind dinners, for example, at Sajdah House, I don't care if the people there are 70 years old. You can still be there at 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
ma'am.
I don't want you feeling, myself and Sister Aletha talk about this all the time. When we were young and we worked for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he made no differences between the training that we got versus the training and the word that he was given to the 60s and the 50, 60 or 70-year-old people that were there. We all got the same word and the same training. He didn't say, well, here's the sister word, here's the baby word, here's the little sister word. I mean, we all were handled as soldiers, because these teachings work. And don't ever, ever, ever forget that.
Yes, ma'am.
So with that, I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank you. I want to give you a chance to give any closing words and your website, anything you want to say to the audience, to me. I want you to have the last word before we go out.
Ooh, praise you so loud, because I was just going to say, I want to give a huge thanks to the chat, because I know I've been talking, but I talk a lot, so I can do other things while I talk, and I have been reading the chat. And I just want to thank all of the beloved people who have been giving so much support and so many compliments. I've seen ones that say that she has a great personality and that I'm adorable and I'm beautiful, and I just want to thank you all so much for that. And I want to, the love from Gambia, wow. Thank
Right?
you.
Right?
Africa. I'm always talking about, hey, let's flee to Africa because America is just going down in the dumps. So, if I
well, no matter what happens,
buy a plane ticket to Africa,
you will be the winner. No matter what happens with these teachings, you are the winner.
Yes, ma'am.
You are among the winners, no matter what happens. I don't care if the world blows up around you and whatever has to happen, you stomp through this world knowing that you're a winner.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand? That
Yes,
this gloom
ma'am.
and doom don't impact how we navigate and manage ourselves through this world. Because we have the tools, we have the roadmap, we're ready. And like I said, you stomp through this world knowing that you have in your heart, in your mind, the solution to be the winner.
Yes,
because you are among the winners. So look at the people saying they will support you. I said I was going to give you the last word. Let me shut up. Go ahead. Go ahead, take the last word. Let me be quiet.
No, just saying it again. Thank you. I'm reading the chat as it goes by. Thank you.
Okay, you're the winner. Your father said the teachings work. You are the winner. Thank you, Sister Sajdah, for having our amazing daughter on, and thank you for everything you're doing on behalf of our beloved minister and nation. All praises due to Allah. So with that, I want everyone right now, crash her website. Go to powderpower.co. Make her have to call the tech people and say, whoa, look, go out there
Website's
and buy.
down.
Instead of buying, if you were going to buy one, buy two. If you were going to buy three, buy four. And as our sister instructed us, buy one for a relative. I'm getting ready to do it now. And before you guys go out, I want to remind you, go to sajdahhouse.com, get your commemorative Elijah coin, use the discount code HEM4847, support the renovation and restoration of the former home of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and support our sister, powderpower.co. That is what this great and beautiful man, along with his greatest helper, produces. All right. Thank you all for joining. Assalamu alaikum, sis.
Walaikum salam. I love
Peace
the
and
chat.
Yay. Shout out to the chat and shout out to your parents and to Elevated Places.
Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.